Yep. Good evening, everybody. Who all we got here? Lorna Jones. Oh, Lordy. Became a member. Thank you, Lorna. Willie C.K. Reasonable. You
Yoda
part of it.
Guy,
Aiden Sutton.
Aiden Sutton,
And let's see here. Polar Bear Edge Garage.
and we got Bocce Babbles,
Hibachi. Bo Tucker. So how's everybody doing? Pretty good day today. Trying to get this thing going. Okay. What
Is
the
that
heck?
showing up?
Who knows?
Yeah, there it went.
There's
Hey,
Drifty
Drifty.
Stevens. How's Drifty doing? No panel tonight?
What?
Twisted Slacking? Maybe. Who knows? I'm just trying to get everything arranged here.
Uh-oh. He got some in the basement.
Oh my gosh. There's Ed. Oh lordy. There's Drifty.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey, Drifty. Drifty, did you make a new Facebook account?
I think he's freezing up.
Oh, me?
Yeah. I'm okay trying to stay awake. Watch at least one of your live streams. Okay,
It's
Lorna.
midnight.
Yeah. So how's Drifty been doing?
I've been working really hard, dude.
Good deal. That's what makes it happen.
Yep. That's what makes you a man when you work hard.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Ed still ain't got that yet.
Exactly.
I'm just joking with you, Ed.
Oh lordy.
Well, no, I admit I work as little as possible.
Oh, yeah.
I did that shit way back when I was young and dumb.
Oh, yeah. I guess I'm still doing it.
You gotta make it while you can do it.
Yeah.
So, Drifty, did you make a new Facebook account?
No, I didn't. I had to change my passwords and everything.
Okay.
Everybody's asking me, did you make a new Facebook? I'm like, no.
I was gonna say I got a friend request.
I did too.
No. I'll have to get a hold of Facebook and see what's going on.
Right. Somebody's hacked you.
Yeah.
So that's the best thing. Just don't accept it, Ed. Just delete that one.
Yeah.
Because we're already friends with him on Facebook anyway.
Right. That's what I wanted to make sure before I accepted it. I figured
Yeah, I got one from Doug.
Did you?
Yeah. I was like, Doug, I got a friend request from you. He's like, no, you didn't. So I screenshotted it and sent it to him. He's like, I guess you did.
Yeah. There's been a lot of that going around.
Yeah.
So you got everything ready to roll, Ed, for tomorrow?
As ready as it'll ever be.
I reckon.
It looks like fun.
I'm still not happy with that carburetor.
Why?
Yeah.
I'm just not happy with it. I don't think it's going to turn the RPMs that I want to do.
That's what I was going to ask you too. The carb that I got, that's yours.
Uh-huh.
Is that a Midwest carb or
Vogel?
It's
You got a Vogel of mine and a Down Yonder one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Down
Down.
All right.
Hey, Brandon,
Hey.
how you doing?
Hey, Brandon. Because that needle, that when I threaded that thing in, I ran out of
Not bad,
shaft. I ran out of shaft before it actually seated on the bottom.
Okay.
Well, Sandy,
Yeah.
get your mind out of the gutter.
No, I was reading what
You're the
Bocce
one talking
said.
about a damn shaft.
All right.
Can't help it. It's short.
Bocce told me to go on and rebuild it, and then he'd be happy.
Oh,
I had that carburetor on mine tore completely down. The only thing I didn't take out was the throttle shaft.
how much
Oh.
grit was in it?
No grit, but there was like
Crystal?
no, it was like the brown slime and water.
Yes, that is from the alcohol.
Mhm.
Yes.
So I got the old lapping compound out and cleaned everything up and all the seats up and everything like that. But when I went to bottom that bottom seat needle out, there was nothing left I could get a hold of to twist it in any further.
Right.
So I took it 2 turns from there, and
Well, you
Or
should
two.
be riding about three and a quarter.
well, I took it about 2.5 turns, and it seems happy. So
Right. Well, we'll find out. I don't know. I think the weather's going to play a big factor on these alcohol motors with
yes,
the cold and the heat, and we're gonna fight again. I can see it coming.
well, I only put enough fuel in it to start it, warm it up, to change the oil, and that's it.
I think that the other fuel that we ran there at Stumptown really took a toll on everything because that fuel was horrible.
Yeah.
I don't know how old it was.
I didn't run my tractor more than 5 minutes. I had the garage door, the overhead door, and the man door closed when I started, and I ran it less than 5 minutes.
You didn't have them closed long
No.
because I fired mine and it lit everything up in that building.
Yeah, I figured
Fish.
I better open the door up, and that way I wouldn't be late tomorrow.
Yeah. I guess there's quite a few people going to that tomorrow.
Good.
So
I was going to run to Walmart to try to get a covered dish, but
Oh shit! That's what we forgot.
I'm dragging ass.
the only thing I remembered was a cherry cheesecake, which I'm still waiting for a piece of that. And the coil ended up bad.
Yeah, I seen that. Well, at least you found it there, Brandon.
What's he working on?
CV 20 something. It wouldn't shut off. Stay running.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Heck,
So-
you guys had a problem keeping him running, and now he can't get his to shut off.
That's a good thing. I'd rather have the damn thing running all the time than to shut off.
I hear you.
Ours
Just
was
put your set off switch on the gas and just let it run out of gas.
Mm-hmm.
It'll shut off.
That's what I like about them electric fuel pumps. I let mine run until it, because I shut the pump off and it just drains the bowl.
Yeah.
Because I don't want that alcohol to stay there. Hey,
Hey,
Mater,
Mater.
how you doing?
It
Hey,
made
Mater.
her.
I checked out Mater's video there on his new ride. That's sweet. I like that. I like that color.
yeah.
Yeah, Sandy looked at it. I didn't get a chance to look at it.
You were driving.
Just wouldn't die. That's a good thing, Brandon. You gotta be proud of that. That thing wants to go, man.
Yeah, it was after the live stream. I was going to run up to Wally Mart and see if I couldn't find some pre-made pies or some brownies or something to take. But
Don't put nothing in those brownies, Ed.
no. I would never do that. But
Mater, how you doing?
I'm dragging. I didn't get a nap today.
Yeah, me neither. I had to work in the shop on both tractors to get them ready to go and reset the points and everything on black. And the wife didn't help waking me up at 4 o'clock in the
It
morning.
was 3:30.
3:30 in the morning.
I was up at 3.
Well, she set an alarm.
For
And I don't know
5.
why she set an alarm for 3:30 in the morning.
No, I didn't. I set the alarm for 5.
I took the
but-
dog out for a walk.
You're
And I come back
killers.
in the house, and I'm like, man, it's mighty dark out there. I'm looking at the television set, and it's 10 minutes to 4. I'm like, what am I doing up at 10 minutes to 4 on Saturday?
She wanted you up wide-eyed and bushy-tailed.
I guess. Phew.
No, I didn't shut the alarms off from getting him up for going to work because he had to be up at 3:30 the day before.
Oh,
Did you at least make coffee?
Well, yeah, we were both up.
All right. I had to make my own this morning.
No, the coffee's
Yeah.
made before he gets out of bed because it only takes 3 minutes.
I'm
I
very,
had to make my own coffee today and
I am
yesterday
very, very spoiled. My
and the
woman,
day before.
when she wakes me up, my
The day
coffee's
before.
on my nightstand.
Oh,
So you like
right.
that truck, huh, Ed?
Oh yeah.
It's a nice truck.
Thank you.
When I wake up, I got coffee on my nightstand too.
Not from the night before.
It's in my thermal cup and it's still hot.
Jeez.
Oh, Lordy. Now, when I'm out trucking, I'm out of town. Yeah, I have a thermos completely filled that I throw up the night before. So whenever I wake up, I get my coffee.
Well, Ed, are we going to vote tomorrow? Is he going to go straight down the track or is he going to just be all over it?
probably
I
all
think-
over it.
Well, I think if he put 20 or 30 more pounds out in that nose, I think he'll go straight down the track.
23.
20 or 30.
Oh,
Yeah, probably run about 60 out there, but I did find 2 bolts that had backed off on the right-hand side of that rear end. So I got them all snugged in and Loctited and everything. So we'll see if that was the issue or not. But
No,
when I-
Hey, Mark, it's always to loosen up behind the wheel.
well, that is 100% correct. Yes, but I put a straight line to it today, and it's true. I mean, it's on.
see, you got to
Yeah.
work the bugs out of it so I can drive it.
Yeah, I like that front end on those years truck meter. We have one at work. It's just a standard cab, but I like that. I like that front end.
I was not expecting to get that truck. He actually was talking about a blue one, and all of a sudden he comes up and I go, "That's a weird looking color of blue."
Yeah.
Yeah. He said, "Well, the blue one's in the shop," and of course, got home in time. A little bit after 7 last night, and then of course her son was at the. He's in band, so he's at the football game. Okay, fine. We'll take the truck, go pick him up. I turn on the headlights. It's like, hold it. I get out. The right front headlight is out. So get over, to the stadium, and it's like I have her get my phone, and I have her send the salesman a instant message. So, I've known him for a few years in the motorcycle community, and told him, what was going on. He goes, "Hey, I'll be there at 9 o'clock, Brandy, and we'll get it taken care of." Crystal and I, we got some things done. Took 86.5 pounds of aluminum cans over today. Had the bed nice and filled up, but took it over there, and they said, "Yep, it was a bulb, and it was no charge."
There you
That's
go.
good.
How you
Awesome.
doing, Michael's Avengers? Yeah, but wait till you have to change one yourself. Oh Lord, if it's anything like mine, the whole
It took them probably 15, 20 minutes.
the whole grill's got to come out. The whole headlight assembly bucket has to come out on mine. You flip it upside down, and it's got a trap door in the back of that. You got to take 4 bolts out of that, take that cover off, and then get down in there to get the bulb out. Same way with the turn signals on that one of mine, and it's a pain, but
But yours is a 14, right?
yes,
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this one's a 17. Like I said, it took them about 15, maybe 20 minutes, and it was done.
right. Now,
So maybe a different design.
does yours have the halos and all that and everything in it?
I believe so. I haven't, paid that much attention. I mean, you'll probably look at it in the video I did today of it. And
Yeah,
might be able to tell.
I didn't get to see the video. Sandy looked at it.
So I can't remember on those headlights if it had the HD headlights or not.
Yeah, mine's got the HD and all that in them.
Yeah.
Well, to me, I would prefer going with the LEDs over any of them because the LED lights are so much brighter and you don't have to worry about them burning out, and they pull a lot less electric. On both my bikes, I've got them both switched over to LEDs all the way around. And I can definitely see a big difference.
Right.
Going down the road about 3 years ago, they actually had me pull over and check to make sure I wasn't riding with my brakes on because the lights were so bright. I was like, nope, that's just the parking lights.
Right.
Wow.
I just turn my headlights on and just use the
Just
force.
Yeah, I hope mine don't burn out too much because it's $138 for a headlight bulb for that truck.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And those HD headlights, if you don't
Don't touch
discharge, if you don't discharge them, they can light you up.
Oh boy.
They got a capacitor in there. That's how they get them so bright.
Yeah.
Now in yours, Mark, like when you go to unlock it with a remote and everything, does it have it where on each rear view mirrors they have the lights that shine down?
Yes.
And
Yes, mine don't. Mine's all keyless entry and all that and everything, to where all I have to do is just handprint the door handle and it unlocks everything, toolboxes, everything.
wow. I know what I'm having to get used to is
It comes
instead of on the steering column, put the key and everything, it's actually on the dash. And I don't have a gear shifter. I've got a little knob to turn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we do.
That's the way mine is.
It's like, I got to get used to that because otherwise I'm used to grabbing here. It's like I got it. It's like trying to put the key in like this. I'm like, nope, I got to put it in the dash.
No,
And-
I don't have
So you
a.
don't even have a
I don't
key.
even have a key to start my truck.
Now,
I can foresee
Bob.
that Mater's going to rip his windshield wiper controller off.
Uh huh. And what's nice is I can pull in anywhere, leave my truck run, and get out, and just touch the door handle, and it'll lock everything. It'll sit there and run. Same way when it's cold out, I don't have to go outside. The truck will start itself and everything. It's there's nothing else that I could literally put on this truck that it is
Right.
fully loaded. I mean, there's nothing, no other options that truck could have. It's got
I'm
heated
still-
seats, air conditioning seats,
Yeah.
everything.
I'm still trying to, I got to get with the owner's manual. I got to find out if it's got the GPS built into the flat screen.
It should be right there on the front of your thing. It'll say navigation. That's the way mine's listed.
Okay.
It'll
I'll
say-
have to look because, like I said, I haven't really been, like I said, I've only had the truck since yesterday, so still learning. I got to figure out how to program the radio stations and everything into it still.
And your phone? You got your phone hooked up to it yet?
No, I haven't done that yet. And I don't even have stations in on my phone.
Yeah, it's an amazing truck, but all actuality, when that computerized stuff and everything goes bad in that truck, that's gonna be a nightmare.
Well, luckily for me, they got me with a insurance warranty plan that covers all that. And it only raised the monthly payment, I think, about $5.
Right.
Can I talk to you about your truck's extended warranty?
Absolutely not.
You're not the salesman.
There was a guy. Yes, it does, Bocce. It has built-in coolers, everything. But we was coming across what the hell? We was down on 70, and this guy kept hollering for the eastbounders, and somebody finally answered him, told him to go ahead. He said, "Thank goodness I got a hold of you, because this was the last opportunity you had about your extended warranty." And they're doing this on the CB, and it's like, you gotta be kidding me. Wow.
My truck's a 99. I'm lucky I have a radio in it.
Yeah, I got built-in coolers in the bed, and I got built-in. There's 2 coolers, and it's got the lay flat floor in the back seat. And you pick up the panel, and there's a cooler on each side in the floor of the truck with drains and everything. It's there's the sunroofs, everything. There's nothing else physically that could be placed on that truck.
Uh-huh.
What?
I don't have a sunroof.
The
Yeah.
tonneau cover.
The only thing that's not on it is the tonneau cover.
Yeah.
But all my rails and everything are all in the bed and everything. Just the tonneau cover's not on.
What really got me was the lights and everything there by the tailgate for shining into the bed. I'm going, wow.
Yes.
I'll catch y'all later.
All right,
Good
Drifter. We'll
good
see
seeing you,
Thanks
man.
for popping up.
See ya.
All right, see it. And I forgot to bring something out here. I did get some decoration today when Crystal and I we went to Hobby Lobby after taking the truck back over to the dealership, and it was like I saw something. I was like, oh, okay, I gotta get that. So I'll be right back. Let me go get that real quick.
Oh, Lordy.
Brandon, doesn't mean I might have less problems. I've technically got less truck because about a third of it's probably rusted away. What do they call it? Weight reduction?
Yeah, it'll all be good.
I can haul more because I have less body steel.
Yeah.
There you go.
Better fuel economy.
Yeah, less air.
Yeah.
Hey, River Rain. How are you doing?
Oh boy.
So you run into Walmart after this, Sandy, to get a covered dish?
Oh. No. Think she's gonna run to IGA in the morning.
They might be open.
I think they open at 7. I don't know.
I
Sunday.
guess I'll find out right now.
Yeah, find out.
Hey, y'all ready for this?
What is it?
Sandy.
I can't fix your brakes, so I made the horn louder.
Yeah, look who's on it too.
Mater.
Later.
I got to figure out where I'm going to hang it back here.
There you go.
I heard something. I heard just something disturbing about Mater. Not you, Mater, but that Mater there
Uh-huh.
in the movie.
Okay.
Where,
Which
where
one?
does he? The first one.
Okay.
Where does he live?
Lives in a junkyard.
Exactly. So, and what are all the townsfolk?
Well, they're different models of cars.
Fine.
Exactly. So he's living in a graveyard.
Yes.
Disassembling the residents of the town as they pass away.
Oh, so he's a creepy mortician.
Exactly.
They don't open until 8 a.m. And we were leaving at 8.
That's all right, Jeffy. Wife comes first before YouTube. I guarantee you that.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
You don't have to be sorry about that. Hey,
Yeah.
Jeff, how you doing?
So, Jeff,
Just by luck, you found us.
Hey, Jeff.
You had a post up. You must not have your bell ringing. At least I think there was a post up, Jeff.
Yeah, there was.
Yep.
I made them last night. There should have been one.
I don't know. I try not to follow that guy. That Twisted Between Garage guy's a goofball.
Oh, he's going this way and he's going that way. He's all twisted up.
He doesn't know which way he's going. Train wreck.
He's
he's
twisted.
supposed to go this way and he goes that way or that way or
Hey, you never know.
When I'm supposed to be zigging, I done zagged.
There he is.
Hey, Jeff,
Hey,
Man,
Jeff.
he went that way.
I don't know which way I went. I went some damn way. I don't know.
He's going in circles.
Yeah,
Well, I know
that
one
Twisted
way you're
Between,
supposed
he
to
ain't
go
no
down here
good.
in Texas.
Nope. What's the channel's name? How you doing? How's Daryl?
So
Yeah.
what trouble are you getting into today, Jeff?
Let's see. What did I do today? Why you gotta ask a tough question like that?
That's a tough question, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Then
Oh,
you,
that's right. That's
There's only
right.
one correct. Hey, there's only one correct answer, and that as much as I can get into.
That's not me, brother.
That's me.
Let's see. I went to my favorite industrial supply store, pick up a couple of little quarter-inch sockets, which I knew right from the start. I was driving all the way over there for nothing.
Oh no, was it a 10 millimeter?
No, it wasn't.
Oh.
It was
3/8.
two 7/32, a quarter-inch, and a 3/16.
Wow.
So I came
you
back
found it-
home. I flipped up the Proto website, and I just ordered them off of there like I should have yesterday.
Right.
Because this
Oh,
is
yeah.
supposed to be a big time Proto deal I went to, and it's like they got this big, huge thing, but they don't have what you want. They got like these 3-inch Frenches and shit like that.
Pretty much what they can't get rid of, so they put it out there at a show to try to get to dump it.
And then what did I do? Oh yeah, I came home. I took out the old Mini Mac and I cut up the 8x12s I had. Cut them all 2 feet long there instead of 6. That way I could handle them.
Right.
And then I split most of them.
Yep.
I figured I'll take them out there to Pennsylvania Monday morning. That way there we got extra wood and stuff for the next show.
There you go. That'll work.
And
So, yeah.
I know he watched a video too because he commented on it.
Oh, okay.
What video?
My pulling video.
Oh,
One
yeah, I
from this
watched
morning.
about 30 seconds of it, long enough to put that on.
Oh,
Sorry, Ed.
okay.
I didn't
It's
mean
all
to
right.
do that to you.
It's all right. I understand, man.
Alright.
It's just
I
kind of
think
not a
all
real
of it-
happy thing right now, that for tractor stuff.
I get you.
Well, all you got to do is get a trailer, Jeff, and then you ain't got to worry about it.
No, I need a truck too.
Oh, truck too.
Yeah, I need something that's actually going to be able to pull it. dragging that tractor around on a trailer in third gear with this stupid Jeep. I'm sure it ain't doing that Jeep a lot of good.
It's that heavy. Well, yeah, I guess it would be
Yeah.
if the tractor's weighing 12 something.
Yeah, you figure 12 or 13 for the tractor. Whatever the trailer weighs, I'm sure that ain't light.
Yeah, the trailer's pretty light.
Well,
It's
the
not-
last two I pulled weren't really light.
How big were they?
The one in front of Home Depot is usually an 8-footer, which this thing barely fit on. And the one I pulled with it last time was a 12-footer, which was nice because I could put it on there and actually tie it down so it wouldn't move.
Right.
But I found 2 trucks so far. Only thing is, one's a Maryland, the other one's a Lancaster.
Uh-huh.
The one in Maryland's actually a nice truck. It's an old 1310 International, little flatbed, 4-wheel drive.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if I really want to go all the way down to Bel Air, Maryland to look at this.
Right.
And the other one's in Lancaster. It's a 73 4-wheel drive Lodestar. Which I was looking at that, I said, that'd be really cool. Except for this kid, he's got Chevy bed on an engine crane hanging over it. And it looks like he's trying to make some kind of like dump body thing underneath it. He doesn't have none of the brake lines hooked up. And there's no gas tank in it. And I talked to him today. I looked at it, I thought about it. I said, I don't need to get down there and buy a project.
Right.
If I can't buy it and drive it home, I don't need it.
Talking about what's my channel name.
Yeah. We know what's my channel name is. Very, very good lady.
Yeah.
She just can't decide on her channel name.
Yeah,
Yeah, right?
Exactly.
it's a woman thing.
Hey,
They
now,
can't
You
make
better watch. You're still in striking distance there.
they can't make a decision, so they just leave it open.
make a decision, really?
Yeah. So
Make a decision, huh?
I know one good decision she made.
and what is that?
Keeping your ass around.
Sometimes I think it's just paycheck, buddy.
Hey, Ed, what about the rest of his body?
I make a paycheck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be my only question. What about the rest of his body?
It's old, abused, retired, and don't work no more. The whole body's retired.
Yeah.
The brain still works though.
Oh, jeez.
Are you sure about that?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think I hear a squeaking gear in there. Needs some oil added to it.
I can see the
No,
smoke
that-
coming out.
That
Clang,
was
clang, clang, clang.
that was alcohol fumes.
I can see the smoke coming out of the ears. I know that. It must be something burning in there. Oh, and the other tractor club had an auction thing today.
Yeah, Bachi, he's going to entertain.
I didn't go to that though. I went out there yesterday. I was going to help them set up, but they weren't real friendly. And I was looking at the mud hole for a field. I said, I can't walk around in this.
That's all right, Aiden.
Couldn't walk around the mud hole.
No, the mud was like this deep.
Oh,
You
my
guys have a
goodness.
lot of rain over there or what?
They did the other day.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, it didn't help that where they had this auction was at the fairgrounds, but it was all the way in the back there. And it's like when you get to the back, it goes down like this into a little valley. And that's where they had it. I was like, yeah,
So
right.
it held all the water then when it rained.
Uh-huh.
So what was they auctioning off? Any good
All
stuff?
kinds of farm stuff. Well, they had a 340 International there. They did have a Power King there, a newer one
Mm-hmm.
that was still good to drive. It's what I seen was mostly everybody's junk.
Right, right. Well,
Which
you know, some people's junk is another man's treasure. You know,
well, to me,
That's what I was going to say.
I pick up a lot of stuff that way, especially the Amish around the area. They throw away stuff, that they have no clue what they're throwing away. The motor that I have pulled for 7 years was on an Amish sawmill. Okay.
Really?
Yes. And what happened was a bolt had come out of the shroud, dropped down in to the flywheel fins. The motor would come around and go clunk and lock up. And it would go back the other way, clunk and lock up. So they thought the rods were busted in the motor. So they took the motor off and was going to throw the motor away. I went in to get a load of sawdust, and I seen that motor sitting there. And I said, hey, what are you going to do with that motor? He said, that thing's junk. We're throwing it in the dumpster. I said, well, if you don't want it, I said, how about if I buy it from you? No, you can have it. I don't want it. Just take it with you. So I bought the motor.
Is this Troy Belt Tiller thing still up?
That what?
The video of the Troy Belt Tiller.
Yeah.
I've seen it and I never watched it yet.
Yeah.
What
Hey,
did you
well,
do? With it?
But anyway, I pulled the shroud off, and the damn bolt was down in the fin, and what it was doing was hitting where the coil is bolted to the motor, and it would stop. There was not. I took the bolt out, hit the motor, the starter with juice, and the damn thing fired right up. So then I started switching carburetors and everything, getting it all set up the way I wanted it, and I pulled it for 7 years. Unbelievable.
No.
Well, you didn't have much money invested in it at first.
Absolutely nothing. I had nothing and invested in it.
What are you doing?
I want to know where the little puppy is.
Inner cage.
Inner cage.
In a cage.
Yes.
What is that all about?
Because she picks on the other dogs, and then we get a big old dog fight,
She picks on the other dogs. Yeah.
and she picks on the wife.
She torments the other dogs. She walks real close to them, and
So when we can't be in there with her, we put her away so that she don't mess up the YouTube and all that, because she'll start her whining and carrying on and everything like the first night when I got her.
Oh, she's like her. She likes to cause trouble.
Oh, yeah.
She don't like being on TV either.
She's shy.
Oh, believe me, she's everything but that.
Well, she's having fun. That's the main thing.
A little dog like that that's crazy enough to go after a bear there ain't shy.
Right,
No.
right.
no, the dogs are getting better though.
Yeah.
They're finally adjusting a little bit.
All right, Brandon. See you at 8.
All right, Brandon. Thanks for
Yeah.
stopping by.
Hey, look,
Take care,
Willie's
man.
here.
Yep.
Walker.
Doug Walker, hello. Hey, did you ever get to hook that thing to the sled or anything, Jeff? Did you ever pull it?
Nope.
Never once, huh?
Nope, that's why I gave up on it. I got rid of it. I said, I ain't dealing with this no more.
Wow.
Really, no point in having it if all I'm going to do with it mostly is just wait for the winter time to run the snowblower.
Right. You didn't get rid of it though, did you?
It's gone.
Oh, is it?
Yep, it was gone last Sunday.
Oh, Lordy.
Got rid of it that quick?
Yep,
So what are you gonna put together now?
nothing.
Nothing?
You didn't lose on it, did you?
No, it come out even.
Okay. Well, that's a good thing. Or you find you a Cub Cadet or something pretty light, Jeff, and put something together like that that's not going to be real heavy to haul around, because they're only about 600 pounds.
Yeah, I can't figure out how you guys get them down that far. It can't be that much of a difference between a Cub Cadet and this.
But we take off the front too. And we put aluminum on it.
Yes,
Oh,
Look behind you.
I
Mark.
see that.
That's the other part.
I see that. But no, you that heavy cast iron grill and all that, you take it off. You put an aluminum one and stuff on it. Aluminum hood, do away with all the heavy sheet metal, and you put aluminum rear fenders on it. And it cuts the weight big time. And it's really not that expensive to do so.
Well, my 82 series still has the factory grill or factory front nose piece, the girl's mesh. Basically, the only thing I lightened on it for me, being as I'm so big, is I put aluminum axle tubes on it.
Yes, I
helium
got,
minute tires.
yeah.
I thought about that too.
No, I decided rather than just sit here and look at it and wait. And the only thing it was going to do was maybe go out to Jacktown twice a year, maybe another show, and then sit here. There's no point in it anymore.
But you know, Jeff, sometimes you gotta look at it like this. I have tractors that I don't even pull anymore, that I still have, but it's right here in my head. I made that tractor. And it's kind of like sentimental values to me of my achievement of what I've done. Basically, like a collector.
I've got two of my original pullers sitting back
Yeah.
in the corner. I've got the red one that I pulled a couple years ago that's in pieces. Got my brother's. And then I've also got one frame that's ready or going to be put together. I got another tractor I bought that I was going to make into a pulling tractor, but I bought the aftermarket frame. And then I've got half a dozen or more other just riding tractors.
Right.
Let's see. To answer Willie's question, why lighten a tractor then have to add more weight? You lighten them as much as you can so you have movable weight to be able to place it where you need it, either on the rear end towards the back or on the front nose, on the left side, right side, above the axle, below the axle. You know,
Yeah.
That's why you lighten them down as much as you possibly can so that you can put the weight where you want it, not where they put it.
But it's not only body parts, really, like the big bowl gears and all that. You drill them out to lighten the gears.
Yep.
All that stuff to bring the weight down.
I wonder if
It-
we're going to see Willie out there at Jacktown in a couple weeks.
Hey, you never know. You
I
never
know I've been officially elected to run the big boiler for the steamer
There you go.
and the kitchen thing. Got to see the size of this thing. Big ass steam boiler.
Huh.
Yeah. I was asking about it the other day when they said, "Yeah, I think we're gonna have you run it this time." I was like, "Yeah, all right." I said, "What time you gotta fire this thing up?" About 5:30. He says, "No, about 4:45 would be the best time. That way, it's actually got a good load of steam going." I said, "Wow, somebody's getting up real early."
Willie says he has to be there to put out, the speakers and get the PA system working again. So yeah, you'll see him out there.
Well, you'll have to go over and check out the big boiler. Jeff will be there stoking.
I think Willie probably already knows it, the way he sounds.
Yeah, you take them old little tractors and stuff like that, Jeff, and you just tinker with them. Make them out to be what you can, but you don't. You try not to dump a whole lot into them. You know,
Mm-hmm.
just side projects, and sometimes it's like flipping a car. You buy it, you put a little into it, and you can make a profit out of it. It's just something that if you enjoy tinkering on it and it gives you something to do, well, by golly, have at it.
Yep.
And that's the best way to do it.
And actually, I enjoy building tractors probably
Right.
more than I enjoy pulling them. I like pulling them so I know what they do, but the excitement for me is actually building it. How can I build that sucker like nobody else has?
That's where my mindset is. I would rather sit there and spec out all the parts, get all the machining and everything done, and get this thing built. But as far as pulling it, I could give two shits less. I can learn more from watching somebody else pull that tractor that I built than for me to go and pull it myself. And it gives
Well, I could get off of here right now and probably message the kid down in Chambersburg and be out there Monday or whatever, or even tomorrow if I had a trailer, and buy the same tractor I just got rid of. Only this one's 2 years newer.
Right. Right. But you know, you tinker with stuff like that, you know, and you get good at what you do. Just tinker it, and you get more out of them, and figure out how to make it work and everything, and you turn it into a capital gain for yourself, and it gives you something to do. Just had fun. Thought of a Craftsman GT, already lighter than a Cub Cadet.
Yeah.
Exactly, Willie. That's the name of the game. Get it down light enough that you have movable weight to where you can benefit yourself. If you need more up front, or if you need more to get traction under the belly to make them tires hook more, that's the name of the game, to make it hook up, to do what you want to do with it.
Way to shift the weight around.
Yeah.
Well, we just got to hope that track's dry for that weekend by then.
Well, like 5 or 6, 7 years ago, what it was, whenever I first built my 82, everybody and their brother told me I was nuts for moving the motor as far forward as I possibly could. They said, "Oh no, you want to move it back towards the center, get it close to the back of the center." I said, "No, I don't, because I'm so big. I've got all the weight I need on that back axle. I need weight out front to keep the front end down. So I'm putting the motor out."
Right.
Just
Hey,
move the seat up.
Thanks for
And they-
stopping in, Aiden.
And then they changed their tune when they seen the thing pulling,
Well,
and I only had 30 pounds out on the nose.
for that new
Sure,
one, that new one, the way that we did the frame and everything on it, it's moved out, and it's got the extra. It's got a longer drive shaft in it with a pill block bearing to support it all and everything. But I don't know. I didn't get a good ride out of it the first time. I took an ass whooping. But tomorrow we'll see what it's going to do. But like I said, there were a couple bolts that had backed off on that housing. Hopefully that was the problem. But I put a straight line to it. It's there. I mean, it's true. So hopefully that was the issue.
Hey, Mark, something I was just thinking about. Okay, y'all run a transmission on those, right?
Right?
Do y'all ever change gears in them?
Yes.
Go down the track?
No.
No, that's not a good idea at all.
No.
I know it might sound like a weird question, but it's like, you don't change gears at all going down the track. I know you got to leave it in gear.
Right. But I run 3 pulling gears. The next one I put together will have no reverse. It will have 4 forward pulling gears. So if I need more wheel speed, less wheel speed, I can change the gears up. And I do a lot of bull gear changing on the nose of the transmission, which I can do that in 10 minutes time at the track to re-gear real quick.
Yeah, I was
Here's
gonna
something
say,
I want to know. You're running a farm all with the TA. Can you use the TA door to pull? I know guys do because you can hear them going up and down.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought you weren't supposed to do that.
No, it's legal. As long as that tractor does not stop,
Yeah.
you can use it. Yes. And the smaller John Deeres and all that have that. They pull the handle and it changes the gear, but everything's still in motion as it's being done. So
Yeah, and our little Cubs, the transmissions aren't synchronized, so you can't shift gears while you're going down track.
I'm trying to think, what the hell do they call it? Variators.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be like the Power King trying to grab second gear.
Right. But there's several different things that people do and everything. But no, Jeff, I encourage you, don't sit around. Find you I don't care if it's a Sears or whatever. People pull them.
Little horses.
Restore. Put a little bit of pennies into it. Put it out there. There's an ass for every seat. Somebody's gonna buy it. It's that simple, and it's a cheap restoration.
I got their guy lives on the other side of the road over here. He's been rolling like 318 John Deere's 320s out every so often.
Right.
It's either that or they're the same tractor because I know there's like 3 of them. And it's like you'll see one come down with a mower on it. I almost think it's the same tractor because it'll be out there for 2 days, then it disappears, and then there's another 318 with a plow on it. So I'm almost thinking he's switching back and forth, looking to sell the whole setup, and it's probably not going cheap.
What all you got to do is ask him, and then pull Ricky Bobby on him.
I know there's a big Cub Cadet down there by Tractor Supply where when I'm going out to Pennsylvania, I've been wanting to stop there, but I just never do. That one's got a mower on it. But I'm going to say it's diesel because it's got a big high stack that stands like this high off the side of the hood.
You know what's funny, Jeff? My neighbors and that know that I monkey with these Cub Cadets and all that stuff. I have 2 of them sitting out here in my yard that they have literally seen sitting in somebody's yard that hasn't moved, and they stop and they get them for free, and they bring them and drop them off to me. I have 2 of them sitting out there now.
Well, that's how I got my narrow frame. I was looking at some other stuff for another guy at a farm, and I seen the thing sitting in the weeds. I'm like, what are you doing with that? He's like, oh, we're gonna load that up and take it to scrap. It won't roll.
Hey, I'll be more than glad to take it, man.
I said, if I can get it loaded on a trailer, I said, you want to sell it? He said, if you can get it loaded on a trailer, you just give me $100. It's yours. That's what they get for scrap for it.
Right.
Yeah. I drug that thing up on the trailer with a come along, drug it home, let it sit out outside over the winter under a tarp. Next spring, thing rolled around beautiful. There was water in the transmission and it froze.
Exactly.
Didn't break anything, but it was froze up enough that you couldn't move it.
Yeah, that's a good price, Willie.
Motor spins over.
Yep. You know, there's a lot of things, Jeff, where you're out on your little adventures, driving around, you see a tractor sitting around, and you keep an eye on it. Just keep watching it. And if it don't move, and you don't just stop periodically, just walk up and knock on a door. Say, hey, I'm wondering what you're doing with that old tractor out there. And half the time, they'll give them to you.
Yep.
And that's how I build up my parts bins and all that. Just picking stuff up. Or say like push mowers and all that you see people put out to the curb for the garbage mower.
I've got a really nice Craftsman push mower sitting in my garage right now.
Yep.
Guy he brought me 4 mowers. He owns rental properties. He's got like 6 or 7 rentals.
Mm-hmm.
He has a push mower at each one. He brought me 4 of them, and just to tune up and stuff. And he said, this Craftsman, he said the land tenants said they can't get it started. I said, okay, no problem. We'll take a look at it. Took a look at it. Don't have any spark. I told him what the price of the coil was, to put a new coil on, price of the coil. Yep. Price of the coil. And for me to put it on, he said, nope, it ain't worth it to me. I said,
Exactly.
oh, okay.
I just got a mower today, Craftsman mower. Runs perfect, but the deck's all ate out on it. The motor is perfect. Pull it and fire right up first pull. And the guy even gave me the owner's manual with it from when he bought it new.
Wow.
And that motor on that Craftsman is just a standard Briggs and Stratton. I know over in my scrap pile, I've got probably a half a dozen or more of those coils. I won't sell them I won't put them on a customer's mower unless they say they want to, go with a used coil. But for me, I'll throw a used coil on that thing and I'll use it around my house, or I'll set it out front for $100.
Yep.
Right.
Well, Mark, since you deal with Cub Cadets, okay, I'm looking at getting a new riding lawnmower. Not a Cub Cadet?
No, they ain't worth nothing.
All right, what would you recommend between you three? Okay, between you three guys, what would be y'all's recommendation for a new riding lawnmower?
An old Cub Cadet, an old one.
Well, if you're looking for a brand new, I would go with like a Simplicity because they still make their own stuff. What's the other one? There's one other one too that still make their own stuff. Everything else, John Deere's, Cub Cadet, all them ones you see at Lowe's and all that, they all roll off out of the same plant. It's an MTD, and they're all made out of the same steel, the same quality, everything else. So,
including the Husqvarna.
Well, the Husqvarna that you get at the Lowe's and stuff, yes. The Husqvarna you'll buy it like at a Simplicity dealer, no. They're two different lines.
Right. Well, that's a good deal, and that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of tractors out there that can be bought in very cheap. Little bit of cosmetic stuff and everything, and it's like you're making yourself a savings account. Set it out there, sell it. Somebody's gonna buy it.
Yep.
What's wrong with it, Bocce?
She don't want to mow it anymore, so she broke it.
You know, it's going to cost you about $300 for me to buy that there, Bocce.
Hey, I'm closer to her. I could go down and get it. Hey, with this truck, hey, I have no problem going down and picking it up now.
There you go.
But now, I'm just getting. I've got that Ariens that I put that Predator 708 on, but I mean the tires on it are 15 years old. They won't hold air. And I'm looking at about $150 to get a set of tires for it, and that's not even getting them installed. It just, and on top of that, with that new engine, I can't put the hood and everything on it because it's fatter. The engine's a lot fatter, being a V-twin. It's just, I'm running into problems with it, and I've already had to pull the carburetor off twice. Mainly that's my fault.
Why can't? What are you wanting to put the V-twin on? That you said you can't put it on there on what?
No, I've got the that Predator 708 V-twin.
Uh-huh.
I've got it on the chassis. I can't put the hood and everything on because that V-twin is so much wider than the original.
You better go back and look at the tractor that I just done. It's called You Notch That Hood. You put some rubber around where you notch that hood, and it looks cool, buddy.
Sheet metal work. Even I can do it.
Yes. Don't say.
I haven't been to Harbor Freight to get a English wheel yet. Crystal ain't approved of the purchase yet.
All you need is a pair of 10 snips.
Well, it ain't her tractor, is it?
All you need is a 10
No,
snip.
it's mine.
Well, there you go then.
I got 10 snips.
10 snips
all
and a
you need.
Dremel.
That's all you need.
I got a reciprocating saw.
And I tell you
works
what,
too.
they look really cool, Mater. Don't say can't. Can't ruins everything. You got to think outside of the box.
I think a narrow frame with a V-twin sticking out the sides of the hood just looks so cool because that motor, that motor is not supposed to be in there, and it's just sticking out like.
Yeah. The only problem with on the when I had to pull that carburetor is that the bottom of the bowl and everything is so far down that I have to pull all 4 studs and everything off to pull it out, because it won't clear for the exhaust.
So you
That
make
muffler's
it clear.
right there, and it's the only way.
You make it clear then. Who said you need that muffler anyway?
The neighbors in the city,
F the neighbors.
she ain't that good looking. And besides, Crystal would get on to me.
Chrome door trim looks good. On hoods too. Yeah, you're right, Willie.
Yeah.
But Mater, if you can picture it in your head,
You can
that's
make
the
it.
thing of thinking outside the box and
I
making
know.
something that's going to make somebody drool and they're going to want to own it. That's where it's at, dude.
Right.
That's the way it works.
Yeah, because I mean, it wasn't that long ago. I know last summer I had to put new spindles on it with new blades on it, and to me, it's like, here I'm investing more and more money every year on this thing, and it's like I gotta keep doing. It's like here's something else I gotta spend. Something else. It's kind of like a money pit. It's like I'd like to have something that I don't have to really. It's like spend it one time, and that's it.
That's not true. I don't care if you go out and you buy a brand new lawnmower. You go buy a brand new lawnmower, you're going to be out $1,300 to $1,800. Okay,
if not more.
Are you going to put $1,300 or $1,800 into that old mower? Absolutely
No.
not.
Probably not.
And it's going to benefit you a whole hell of a lot longer than any of this new stuff that you buy nowadays.
Well, the life expectancy of them riding mowers that they're selling at Lowe's
2 to 3
before
years.
before they start nickel and diming you,
It's about
5
3 years.
Well, they say 5. Then you're gonna have to start replacing all kinds of parts.
Right.
At least I got rid of that Kohler Discourage.
But that's the bad thing of it too. If you stop and think about it, Mater, all this new stuff you buy, right down to the spindles, the arbors, all that, they're non-greasable. They're silver.
Right.
So
True.
eventually they're gone.
True.
So you're going to put money in it if it's brand new, if it's old, but you got to weigh that out. That old mower, fix the damn thing. Go on, because you're not going to drop that kind of money at one certain time to keep that old mower going.
True.
And you know what you got.
True, because I do know that Predator engine, that being a V-twin and 22 horse, I know when I put it on there, man, that thing, it definitely has a lot more power than that Kohler engine.
Right. But there's a lot of things you can do that's going to, when you do it, it seems like a lot of money. But to look at the factor of replacing that,
Right.
dropping that much money at one time versus putting a little bit into a mower. Hey, Tampa,
You can't. Why not?
you just there's no comparisons, and you know what you have at the end of the
Right.
day.
True.
And then you look at the factor. Okay, this new mower, it has a 3-4 year warranty. Okay, arbors, spindles, all that, they got a year warranty.
Electric stuff. They're good for electric stuff.
So you're versing your warranty. But the only thing you're basically going to be out is if you have to replace it is your labor time. Think about it.
True.
So, you're going to be further off ahead and you know what you have.
Well, I was also looking at one of the John Deere tractors. And I don't mean the one that you go get at Lowe's or Home Depot. I'm actually talking about a John Deere dealership. And the one actually has a 3-point hitch on it with PTO, because here at the house, I've got fencing I need to get done. And having the PTO on there with 3-point hitch, I could get one of those post hole diggers, hook up to it, be able to drill my holes, have the one's got a front end loader on it. I was thinking about, something like that. That actually also does mowing. Now, I don't know if I'd want one small brush hog on the back, or get the kind that's just a drive over kind.
If you're going to get one with a post hole digger and stuff, you're going to want a decent sized tractor, because the little ones ain't going to work out on that.
Biggest problem, well, for me, I've got maybe 3/4 of an acre total. And some of that's got the house on it.
So basically, to go with buying the name of John Deere, number one, you're going to pay a lot of money just for that name.
Yep.
No, it's not the name, it's that green paint.
Well, not only that,
Don't matter either way. You're paying for it.
Yeah. Well, there's New Holland. There's Kubota, Mahindra.
You really want Kubota to be the way to go, actually.
But
I kind of like the Mahindras.
I got a Mahindra, and it wasn't a real pricey tractor. But you know, the best thing is it's unlimited hours on that tractor, and it's completely warranted for 7 years. Okay.
Right.
You weigh that out, no matter what I do with this tractor, I got 7 years of worry free that I don't have to worry about anything except for airing the tires and replacing the tires. Everything
Right.
else is covered.
What's up, Adam? I see you snuck in here.
Yeah, he's talking about the 670cc V twin.
Yeah, I
Uh,
understand. From what I've heard, those engines are actually going to be possibly phased out and replaced with a newer and bigger one.
Adam, I think that 670cc is what we put on the sled, wasn't it, Ed?
Yeah.
To
it's the
drive my transfer sled.
Yes.
And it did a very well job, and that was stock, nothing done to it.
Yeah, I got lucky. I picked up two of them. Walked into Lowe's. I mean, not Lowe's, but Harbor Freight. And, you know, they always have a little clearance section. They had two of them sitting over there. And what I bought both of them for was less than what you could buy a brand new one for.
Right. But you know, that's the downfall of a lot of people. They don't know what they have. And that's what's great about it is they're not schooled on it enough to know what is there, what they have to work with.
That's,
Like those two 670s, I mean, that was at the Harbor Freight, and they knew what they had. And I actually talked them down on the price for both of them. I got with the manager and says, hey, you know, you go to this price here and everything. I'll take both of them with me today. And she kind of, let me check the numbers. Says, what would you do this? I said, you go this way. We kind of went back and forth and finally compromised.
Hey, how you doing, Eleanor? Yeah, but here's the main thing, Mater. Look, these people at Harbor Freight, they do this.
Yep.
They don't care what is sitting there. They don't know what is sitting there.
Yeah.
They're there to make a paycheck and gone.
Well, I know that manager, she made me one hell of a deal I couldn't pass up on with this top box.
Right.
I mean, for, what was it, for less than $400?
Uh-huh.
And I think normally they're $560, $570, something like that.
Right. And basically on that right there, they're looking for this. A pat on the back. Hey,
Yep.
I sold that box. It's out of here. It's gone. That's all they care about. Get it out
Oh, yeah.
the door. You know, they don't care. If the company's making money or not, they don't care. You know, it's that simple.
Right. Well, I know right now I'm getting good service from the place that I bought the Trigolite from,
Mm-hmm.
because they agreed to come pick it up for free, and they're working on it, and they actually pushed very hard to get all the repairs done through warranty. That way I wouldn't be out a lot of money out of pocket and everything. And they're saying there's like $3,900 in parts that have to get replaced. So basically all I got to do is do my deductible and pay tax on the parts. And they're actually, once that's all done, they're even going to deliver it back to me for free.
Right.
Now that is a place of business I would say deal with. Because if they're willing to go through that for you, I mean, what else can be said?
Tampa, we're going Poland tomorrow. You need to come and load up some of our Poland stuff. You want to see a lot of crap to take. Weights, air tanks, fuel, tools. Yeah.
Toter tractor, tow bar.
Yeah.
Tool boxes.
Coolers. I don't know, my toolbox or my tool bag, my helmet, and my fighter suit all stay in my truck.
Yeah. Y'all didn't have to load up as much as I did when I went racing.
I used to when I used to run quarter-mile cars.
But that was what, drag racing?
Yes.
Now, for me, I was dirt track racing, so I had a little bit more to load up. Because I had
Oh,
several different sets of tires I'd have to load up.
shit,
One of
I
these,
got to figure out how to drive mine, Adam. I don't need luck. I got to figure out how to drive the damn thing.
It drives
One-
you, doesn't it?
Jeff,
One
did
of
you
these
see
days-
that pool? Yeah.
Yeah, you got
One of these-
one of those Harley hardtails.
It was rough.
one of these days when I get YouTube famous, I'll have a box trailer. I can just pack all the stuff in there and everything will have its place. And all I got to do is hook to the trailer and go down the road.
Next century?
Probably.
And you know, Adam, I don't know why the tractor did that. I don't know why it took that hard left turn out of the gate. Hopefully tomorrow it don't do it again. Because
No,
that,
tomorrow's gonna go right.
you know, that's what I told the wife. I said, you watch tomorrow, that damn thing's gonna go right or do something else stupid. But you know what? I feel real good that I still took first place on that ass whooping but I drove the shit out of that tractor and didn't get disqualified. And
Tampa says he's gonna go up there and give you lessons how to run it.
it'll give you a lesson because it damn sure gave me a lesson.
Hey, Mark,
Got a
did
lot
you
of
have
years
to
doing
make air pressure in both rear tires?
Yep, they're dead even. I went through before every pole I go through every bit of that. I have that thing up to snuff and everything, and by God, it educated me.
Well, maybe you were holding the tongue to the left instead of to the right.
I don't know what it was. I found a couple loose bolts that we Loctited in this time and everything. So hopefully, but like I said, this is a whole new chassis, whole new motor. I don't know if I need to change the weights up on it because of the way the frame is flexing with the torque. There's a lot of variables that I have to dig into more to figure this tractor out.
Right.
I had one my one tractor I pulled. Every time I pulled it, I had to have about 15 more pounds on one side of the back right in front of the axle than the other, because if I didn't, that son of a bitch would just push me right, or push me left, I should say.
Well, it was an experience because I wasn't ready for none of that, but I drove the hell out of it and got it out to where I needed to go. So,
Well, I'm
yeah,
saying, good luck to both of you.
I need a lot more hits.
I just want to make it more than 6 feet under its own power.
You still got third.
Yeah, I still got third.
But I
Okay.
wouldn't have been able to show my face back down there if that John Deere would have beat me. Hey Kaylee, how you doing?
I know, Chris and I, we have fun watching videos on YouTube from tractor pulls when everything goes wrong, when they're going down and we're talking about the big tractors and everything, and they're going down, all of a sudden something comes loose and you see parts flying all over the ground and flames and everything.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We even seen some where the guys are pulling like what you guys have got.
Yeah.
Well, I was say, Sandy, I should have caught it maybe on the live stream, one letting loose.
Yeah, we got it.
I heard about that.
Oh, it was a mess. In fact, when the motor come apart, it blew the hood straight up, cut the guy's back of his head, his ear, and all that when the motor completely come apart. Hey, Sammy, how you doing?
And
So what's your thoughts on this, Ed?
no offense to the guy that built that motor, but it should have been strapped.
Mine are strapped. My 16 is strapped. But no, I got to keep watching this movie called TV Bloopers. I'm waiting to see myself in this poll on the bloopers.
No, it was on America's Funniest Home Videos about a week ago.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it because I tell you, it
I
was.
think everybody booed it too.
Yeah,
Well, that,
I kind of
Yeah.
like watching the big truck pulls. I love seeing them Cumminses and the cats just explode.
yeah.
the
It
It
was
makes
ones
me
I-
smile thinking how much money just went scattering across the arena.
Oh yeah.
the ones I like to watch are the dyno drags with the diesel trucks.
Mhm.
They put them up on that stage, and them guys just rev them things for all they're worth, and then they let loose. That's the ones I like to watch.
Hey, did
I
you
like
see
the
that
ones
one
up
where
at
the
the
guy
Great
had it
Lakes
on
where
the
they're pulling the loaded trailers, really.
Yeah, the
I
drag
can see-
races with the loaded trailers are cool too.
I
Hey,
tell
did you
you,
see that video where the guy had the diesel engine sitting on the dyno stand, and all of a sudden, part of the block goes flying to the other side. You still got the crankshaft with pistons and everything still strapped down.
Yeah, the Boss Garage did that with the Detroit.
I saw that video. I'm going, dude, what? I mean, here you still got the crankshaft turning, pistons are flapping all over, and the block and head and everything sitting on the other side of the dyno room.
yeah, a lot of these videos and stuff, they are hilarious. And that poll, I thought for sure that this thing was just gonna stream right down through there because it definitely had enough power. Because I picked that weight back up several times. I let out of that tractor and come back into it and picked it back up. But the whole time I couldn't even gather up my thoughts because it was happening so quick. And it was like, where in the hell did this come from? And trying to figure out what is going on. And then reality actually hit me that the sled had hit the back of the tractor, my back tire, and was pushing me sideways, trying to mow me over. In the same time, I'm trying to outrun that sled, plus keep the tractor in the lane so it wouldn't get disqualified. And it was an experience I've never had. In as many years as I've been pulling, I have never had anything that much of a handful. And I mean, it was wicked. It was stupid. And
Right.
no explanation that I can find for it yet.
I'm gonna have to tell the guy in the sled there to keep his feet on the brakes next time.
Well, that was just it. I started to get real shitty with the guy on the sled because he should have been there to help me out once I got sideways with it like that. But he never once pulled no brakes, no nothing to shut that run down. And I was within the 60 feet of the cones to where I could have reset and started that pull all over again. But it didn't happen.
Hey, Adam, take it easy.
Yep. Thanks for stopping by, Adam.
Yeah,
But it was definitely a good time. I enjoyed it. That was some skillful driving and a piss poor ride, let me tell you.
I heard you feathering the throttle on that.
Feathering, I was completely backed out of it and back in it.
Who's he talking about? Where did Jeff take off to?
What are you talking about? Jeff's still on the panel.
Yep.
Or are you talking about Denison? But yeah, it was a good time. It really was.
Except for the cold.
Well, I think that played a lot of factor, but I really, really think we had some horrible fuel. I mean, just downright nasty fuel.
Yeah.
Well, you said you found some white powder in the bowl of the carb, didn't you?
Yeah, that stuff will like crystal up inside of the carburetor. It'll be like it'll be white, but it's kind of like sand, but it's kind of like a crystal type deal.
So,
And it
kind of
just-
gritty.
Yeah, when that stuff sets up in the bowls. Yeah, Wayne, it really was.
Well, I know I got 4 gallons of ethanol-free gas now. I might
Oh,
just put it through the Jeep.
Yep. Yep. No, they don't need to see Ramy. Ramy's in her
Yes, we
kitchen.
do. We
No,
want to
she's
see
sleeping.
Remy.
I'm not waking her up.
Sandy finally rocked her to sleep.
Probably. No, I don't know who has issues with who. I don't know if Ramy has an issue with Sandy or if Sandy has an issue with Ramy. I don't. Those two, the
Well,
dog
she-
steals everything of hers and takes it into her cage.
That's a sign of affection because she likes the scent of Sandy, so she's taking her stuff with her so she can have her scent.
Something. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, but you won't fly home and wake her up.
No, you won't fly home to wake the dog up. You can stay down there in Florida. It's warm.
They got
That's
cows
like
down in
this
Florida.
little turd. She will not let Bosco have any raw hides or bones. She'll take them from her.
Mm-hmm.
She's got them hidden all over the yard because you never see her come back out with them.
She's got stash.
Oh, she does. All around the front of the house, the side of the house. They're hidden all over the place.
Oh, because Ramy loves Ramy. Oh, Lordy, she don't love you. She's putting up with you. But the only bad thing of it is whenever I leave at 1 o'clock in the morning to go to work, Sandy's got to walk outside. Because as soon as I walk out the door to go to work, boom, she runs out the door and she runs to the pickup because she wants to go with me. And no, you're not going with me. You got to stay here. Hey, how you doing, Lawnmower Detective?
Hey, Lawnmower Detective.
Hey,
Yeah,
Lawnmower.
It's
Yeah, I'd
amazing.
like to take Bosco with me, but he's too old to be him up in the back of the Jeep.
Yep. It's amazing, though. It's just like having a little baby around again. It's great.
64, that ain't cold.
Oh, it's cold when it gets down to the 40s.
Yeah, it was
Yeah. Double
46
nickel.
this morning.
It was 50 here this morning when I left.
So, Mater, is this the kind of tractor you're looking at right here?
Yeah, something like that, but maybe a little bit small on the smaller side.
Well, it might be a lot smaller than that one.
What's that?
Yeah. Now I did have at one time there was a Ford 4000 4-cylinder diesel, and it had it was a row crop, but it was a wide row crop. Of course, I had that when I lived out in the country. Now, if I had something like that around here, especially with that 5-foot mower deck on it, it'd take me hardly no time to get the yard mowed and everything. And I mean, of course, I had the post hole digger. I had the, I think, 60-gallon spray rig on the back, box blade, grater blade. The only thing it didn't come with was a front end loader. Something like that definitely would come in handy.
I don't know.
I got not far from me. There's an older Kubota. One of them old. You remember the old gear drive ones had 2 sticks? Mm-hmm. It's one of them 4-wheel drive with a 6-foot sickle bar on it.
I'd like to find a sickle bar for a Cub Cadet. One of the little Cub Cadets.
Yeah.
That's one thing I've always wanted for my Cub Cadets is a little sickle bar.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to find for this, but
Yeah.
the 1 or 2 I found, it's like you can't afford
Well,
them,
that's
or they're not in much shape to even be used.
Yeah.
Yep. I see that. We'll have to look at that video, LNR.
Yep.
What do you mean, who's blocking? I don't see anybody blocking anything. He's not blocked on my screen.
He ain't
It
blocked
was-
here.
It was held for review.
Who's holding it for review?
YouTube.
Okay.
Well, I was watching this kid by me up in New York State here someplace. He runs the channel. He's got a couple of the Takeuchi skid steers, small one, big one. He just bought a brand new sickle bar for this thing. And he's out there, you know, he started out, he was doing snowmobile trails with it. He was cutting like the weeds. Next thing you know, he's got the thing folded up. He's going down and cutting tree limbs that are like this big around and shit with it. Are you serious?
Now it's a
That was
chainsaw.
not made for that. He's just watching him sit there until finally chewed through. Then he stopped, he got out and he's looking, he's like, darn, I lost 4 teeth already. Like, yeah, I wonder why.
Hey, how you doing, Thomas? 1,500? Okay.
Mhm.
It's for a wheel horse.
So, Thomas,
well, well, Cub Cadet never actually made one. They're an aftermarket attachment, and they were for the wheel horses, Simplicities, all them. It's just the pieces you put on the tractor to mount it to.
Didn't that run off of those front pulleys up by the front tire on a Cub Cadet off to the right side?
Well, it ran off the right side, but it was still mid-mounted. And then
Okay.
yes, the belt came off the front PTO, like the mule, like the regular mower deck, and then
Right.
come back to a gearbox underneath the tractor, and then went out to the sickle itself.
Right. I seen one of them over in Amish country, but I can't think of where I seen it at. It was for sale too.
I've been cruising. I go through Marketplace every day, and I opened up to like 500 miles for the stuff I'm looking at. I found a Power King with it's sold already, but it had the sickle on it. I was like, cool, man, that's what I want.
Uh-huh.
And then I scrolled down, I looking through it, and it just said ME on it. So I was like, Maine. I hit the little map thing, blew it, shrinking it down. It's like all the way at the very top of Maine. I was like, yeah, we ain't going all that far.
No.
hey, Jeff, when you say you expand to 500 miles, how many different states does that include for you?
A bunch.
Pretty far. I'm
I
down
know
in
for me,
North Carolina. I'm out on the other side of Ohio sometimes.
I was going to say, for me, I don't even think that would even get me out of Texas.
Nope. Well,
Oh yeah. That would get you over into Arkansas because you're not 500 miles from Arkansas.
Well, Arkansas, get me to Oklahoma, almost to Kansas, actually.
Right.
But there are some spots here in Texas you could be at. You go 500 miles, you ain't out of Texas yet.
No.
Yeah, I had a friend that lived in Texas, a little teeny tiny town, and for them to go to the Walmart, it was almost a 5-hour trip one way.
Wow. 5 hours to a Walmart?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know where these guys live there. If you go in one side and out the other side of Ohio, it's only 237 miles.
Well, I was telling
When I come
Crystal,
across Pennsylvania, it's 311.
I was telling Crystal that there's a little general store that they built on the Texas-Arkansas border right there in Texarkana. And I still want to go visit it because I've seen the video on it. They have on one wall, they got 2 payphones. And they're like 5 feet apart. And the funny thing about it is you get on one, call the other. Not only is it long distance, it's state to state. But they're only 5 feet apart. One's in Texasville, one's in Arkansas.
Where I grew up at, before they changed the telephone system, to call across the street was long distance.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
I had that growing up as well.
Yep. We were right on the edge of the split. And to call, because I had friends that they went to a different school, but they lived right across the street. To call them it was long distance. It was easier just to walk over and knock on the door.
Yeah, right.
Probably a lot faster. Well, I know when I moved here to Ennis, everybody here had the same prefix and everything. So instead of like most places where you have to dial the prefix and then the last four numbers, here all we had to do is dial 5 and the last four numbers.
Right.
I remember when 10 cents would get you a call.
No, where my friend used to live at, they had a little they called it a grocery store. Milk was $9 a gallon.
Whoa!
Yeah, I already seen that, Bo. I've seen that yesterday and today.
Well, dang, Bo, you ought to buy that and put it on that extra trailer that we have and
And
haul
send it
all
right
out
to Ed's house. Then he'd have himself Power King.
No, we send it all to New Jersey. Put
Now,
it on
for
Trying to
me,
think. And
Hey,
I'm
Bobby,
like,
it takes me about 10 minutes, and that's
that-
walking.
I
to my
think that
Walmart.
one had a mower on it too. 1612. I think that did have a mower on it.
It did. I seen it.
I'll go with 16. I'll go with the Jim Davy.
If I wasn't going on a big vacation, that thing would probably be at my house.
Well, Alliance ain't that far from you, is it?
About 7 minutes.
Yeah.
But I need that. I need that money for vacation. So
Oh,
I'd rather go on vacation than buy a Power King.
You just
Oh,
want to
you
get
know.
down here to the south where it's a little bit warmer.
he's only been to Jersey once, and I'm not going back, huh?
He don't
That's why
like
you
this.
said he comes through here regularly.
Nope, that's my other boy.
Oh,
He runs over there. He's there every Monday night.
I don't know what you're scared of, Bo. There's no problems over here.
Yeah. Is Sandy still in the chat?
I don't know. Oh,
She was.
by the way, Mark, I want to let you know that Grease Monkey or Gas Monkey Cafe, undoubtedly he ran into problems, so he no longer owns it, and it's under a new name and management, and they have no affiliation with Richard Rawlings at all.
Well, then I ain't going there.
I just want to
I'm
pass that
thinking
along.
Richard Rawlings got to how big he was, not just flipping the cars here and there. I'm thinking he is one of the guys that sent a lot of people over myself.
It could be.
Yeah. To me, I think he's got the money, he's got the know-how, but he's just a big sphincter muscle.
Yeah, but if you really stop and think about it, if you watch the shows, he was nothing more than the money man, not the technology man.
Oh, he
He's got
admitted
no
that.
idea how to make that stuff just to move it.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's why he hired, the guys to do all the work. He didn't actually get his hands dirty, except for maybe reaching in his wallet.
Mhm.
Yeah, he would hire guys to do it.
Yep.
So what kind of oversized loads you bringing through there, Bo?
I saw that. And I think.
I've never had a problem hauling anything through the state because they don't give you a route or nothing. They just give you I think they're still doing the book permits. I might be wrong, but
Well, I think he means the unpermitted oversized loads.
Got to do what you got to do. Run at night, they'll never see you. You're
Turn the
invisible.
lights off. Now, run at night without your lights.
well, I'm thinking if you're running a 657 pan around on a trailer behind you there, that's 14 something wide with no permits. And people are scared to death. Well, people ain't scared to death of you. They don't know enough to stay away from you.
Uh-huh.
They used to love that.
Well, wasn't there a guy out west Ohio that tried to run at night and got caught a few bunch of years back.
Yeah.
The single heaviest overload in the state of Ohio to this day, and it's been over probably close to 40 years.
Uh-huh.
And who might that be?
No clue.
It wasn't Mark.
No, I had nothing to do with it.
I knew the guy or the people that were involved in it because he was really good friends with the guy that I worked for, and yeah.
Just some shit happens.
I'm guessing that was the big valve trains he's running and stuff.
It was a big press, wasn't it, Mark?
Gas
Yeah.
production unit for oil rigs. That's not a press.
Yeah.
Well, the guy that got caught over there in Western Ohio.
Yeah, it was a big Mandarin press.
Two
Big stamper.
puller trucks, 2 pusher trucks, 2 leads, and 2 chases.
Yeah. And a guy riding steer on trailer.
Yeah.
Oops.
And
It was a big ordeal.
but it was really funny because all of them got
Stealing a
amnesia.
trailer, it wouldn't be somebody I know. They used to make the trailers, would it?
Maybe.
What's up,
I'll just say it's
J-Joe?
supposed to be.
Well, the funniest part about it is they all got amnesia real quick when the cops pulled up and they wanted to know what route they took.
What the hell are you talking about? I
The
don't
one
know.
that works.
We just showed up here. We don't know how we got here.
I don't know how I got here. I was just riding behind that guy behind over there.
Hey, it's like, I don't know. He's leading the way.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know
Hey, Jason,
Pennsylvania
how you doing?
put me on some really stupid routes.
Well, the reason they wanted to know is because they were going to charge them for every single bridge they went across and every guardrail that they touched and everything.
And state line.
And well,
And be fined per state.
yeah.
Where did you come from? I honestly don't know.
That
Whose
way?
machine is it?
I don't know. No, actually, I know where I came from. My mom.
Yeah.
How in the hell this thing got out here? I have no clue.
They were pretty close to their destination here in Ohio. That's what sucks.
I think it was only like 22 or 32 miles from where it was going to get caught.
Oh, close, but no cigar.
I got stopped once by a Pennsylvania DOT cop, and you know what? He was pretty cool. He didn't really bust my balls. He just, he was sitting in the rest area when I went by, and it was a heavy ass piece I had, and I only had like 5 straps on it. And he's like, "Dude, man, you need more than 5 straps." So I pulled out a couple of chains. He's like, "See you later. I'm out of here."
I finally got the muffler bolt out. Oh, Lordy. How'd you get it out, Thomas?
Then the head gasket blew.
Oh, jeez.
A range of 4s.
You may as well give up on Tecumseh because Tecumseh does not like you, Thomas. Give it up.
Nah, him and Briggs, they live for that shit.
There's a reason they're called Tajunskis.
Yeah.
You get a good one, you got a good one. You get a bad one, it's always going to be a bad one.
Right.
Well, that can be with any kind of brand,
Right.
no matter what. As far as getting junk, that's one thing. I don't care what manufacturer it is out there. You're always going to have some good ones, but then you're always going to have some that are total lemons. And no matter what you do,
Well,
they ain't worth the crap.
that's just it. All these engine places, all this stuff, have independent contractors. Some of them make these pistons over here. Some rods are made over here. All different manufacturers making these for that one company.
Right.
And some are good, some are bad, and some should have never even been thought of. And it's just that way. 4 days.
I remember my favorite load going across Maryland was one of them propeller shafts for Navy ship.
Mm-hmm.
They had this. I had a 6-axle trailer. I had like tracks on the back, and then it had to when you spread it, it had two other axles up in the front half, and this thing weighed over 100,000 pounds on there.
Wow.
And boy, did it suck pulling that thing down the road. You went around the corners, and this trailer would actually drag you to a stop almost.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We got one of the biggest heavy haul companies about 10, 15 minutes north of me is Miller.
Miller Transfer and Rigging.
Oh, you're down. I've always wondered where Miller was.
Yep.
I know there. I used to see him out there all the time.
Yep. He's in Edinburgh, Ohio. I had a couple trucks leased on to him.
The one I always wanted to go see was what's his face, Diamond over on the other side.
Diamond. Who's
Diamond Trailers. He used to build the big like double wides, 19 axles and stuff. I know his name was Steve. I guess he was big in the racing. I think he got killed on a racetrack there.
I'll be darned. How's Cajun doing tonight?
Looks like he found his razor.
I did.
Oh Lord.
And it even worked, huh?
Gaming computer. You can buy a camera for that, Thomas. That's what I'm on, is a gaming computer. It's got an external camera.
Yep, that's what I got.
Yep.
I went over to Best Buy and I think I spent it went in $55 for the one that I've got.
Mine was $9 bucks.
I was gonna say they're pretty cheap. They're not out of hand at all on them.
Amazon, not Amazon. Walmart.com. $9 delivered to my door. $9. Clear as a bell.
I think I paid $12 for mine off of Amazon for the one I use out in the garage.
Yep. And you know what's funny?
This one's a lot better than my webcam that's built in on the laptop.
That $9 camera, I can actually read them signs over there beside Cajun on the wall.
Yep.
That's how clear that camera is. But the camera I have, if I go and show something, the writing's all backwards. You can't read it.
I
Oh,
can see the one says something about hunting.
yeah. Cajun Coin Hunter.
Yep.
Oh.
And up on top is Missy's Meal Box.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Magnifying glass. What were y'all talking about earlier? Some kind of wide load? Where the DOT or state trooper, like, where'd y'all come from? What is that? Who's it for?
Yeah.
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 There you go,
Yeah.
Cajun.
Nobody can remember where it come from, but it was the heaviest load in history that ever got caught
Where?
in Ohio. It was
Where?
in
Ohio. Oh, okay. Well, I know who holds the state record for the most heaviest truck of sugar cane
Oh Lordy.
with the biggest fine. With the biggest fine.
Wow. Hey, how you doing, Tuber Chat?
This
Yeah,
guy
you're
right
proud
here.
of, huh?
This guy right here.
What
Hey,
was you
my truck and trailer weighed 47,000. No, 50. Yeah, right at 50,000. Empty. It was a 57-foot homemade cane trailer with 3 bands instead of 2. 3 chain hookups instead of 2. And everybody always wondered how much I weighed. When he pulled me over, I weighed 163,000
Wow.
total. I almost broke my drive shaft trying to get my back axles on the scale. Front axles wasn't nothing, man. They just slid right on top of them scales, you know. But my rear axles, no.
They're like, no, we ain't going up there.
Yeah.
Oh, and then look, he wrote me a ticket. Then he wanted to weigh me at the mill. Well, there's a lot of trucks waiting in line. I get out my truck. He parks across by the bank. I go in the waste gable. I said, look, I just got stopped down by Patu Sugar Mill down there. And I got a ticket. And I said, he wants to reweigh me here. She called in the mill, the manager of the mill, because the owner of the mill, sugar mill, was all the farmers. Okay? So they had a panel and a board and a manager. And he went out there and he run them guys off. He said, look, y'all ain't coming on this property and reweighing that bar again. You know, because the manager knew I was going to weigh more than that because he knew with my truck and trailer weight loaded. Because he had to weigh me at times when the girl got sick, the weighmaster that worked there. And then I called my boss and said, look, you know, I might be a little late. He's having a hard time running these weigh boys off. Wow, what happened? I said, I got a ticket. I'll show it to you when I get over there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, most of the time they won't let them come in and weigh you on their equipment because it makes them look really bad for letting them come in there and bust you on their property. It makes them look real bad.
What? I know that one that was here in Ohio, they couldn't get it on a portable scales.
No.
Yeah, see, like, but I'm regular size. You know, I'm not oversized. I'm just overweight by, okay, I was allowed to have 90,000 pounds. Okay. I had a third axle on the trailer. My truck, their trailer. Okay. I'm contracted to them. Anyway, and then the cane was wet and muddy. So that made it even heavier. But a third axle, I was allowed 88,000. Okay, eight more thousand because we non-interstate. Well, it used to be that farmers could haul any amount they wanted, no problem. But they changed that when a certain governor got in. Anyway, then we had a ticket for 10,000 more pounds. You know, a sticker for 10,000 more, a permit. So 98,000 is the limit, and I'm 162.
Wow.
Yeah,
Right.
So I'm 64,000 over.
Yep.
60. I'm 30 tons over.
Yep. Thanks for stopping in, Lawnmower Detective. And
Oh, lawnmower's here. I didn't see him.
how you doing, Donnie? Any more of the DOT? There, some of you know, it is what you make of it. If you want to be an idiot to them, they can educate you real quick. You know, you just go with the flow and be nice to them and all and everything. You know, just comply, and you generally don't have a whole lot of issues. A lot of times, the guys make themselves look like idiots, and they really create an issue for themselves. They don't respect them.
I know the last time I got stopped by any kind of DOT cop or whatever was PA cop was parked on this side of Delaware, on the Jersey side. He followed me across. As soon as I went through the toll booth, he stopped me. I don't know how he did it, but he come up and he wanted to do an inspection on the truck, and he wanted to see the I was like, yeah, well, inspection I can live with, but he's like, I want to see your bill of lading. And we were hauling the shitty, dirty dirt stuff out of New York. And I already knew it was 122,000.
Right. Well, see, my
And
one
I'm sweating it out. I'm saying, what had it? Next thing you know, he's seen I had these funny, like the winter shoes from Cabela's, they're called elastic sneakers. He's looking at him and started talking about it, and I was showing it to him. Pretty soon he said, well, okay, I'll let you go, sir. And I sat there for a minute and said to myself, God.
A pair of shoes saved my butt.
Yeah.
Knowing you had a couple of sets of brakes out of overextending, you know.
Right. See, Bo, he can get stopped by DOT. He'll get a ticket. Other boy got nailed Friday in an inspection. He come out with a clean bill of health, no tickets or anything. But Bo, that's in the chat here, I think he has a mouth problem whenever they stop him.
No, it's because he looks like. No, it's because he looks like he's 12.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey,
Eleanor.
Oh,
You know, they
boy.
pulled me into there's a mall right by our shop on 80. They waited till I was over the hill from the mall because they set up there where the old Sears was. 3 miles down to the next exit, brought me all the way back. They DOT the truck. They could not find nothing wrong with it. They had me there for 45 minutes trying to figure out what they could get me for. And the one cop that was checking me, he didn't like it because he's walking around. You know, they tell you in the book there, check the lug nuts by hand if they're loose. I watching him. Pretty soon, I said right out loud, I said, you know, it's a real asshole that thinks that them lug nuts, if they're that loose, that you can turn them by hand, if they're still even going to be on the spokes. And he just looked at me.
So you was making it bad for yourself, Jeff. This is what you're saying.
Oh, I don't know. After all the years of doing this, I've seen enough shit with wheels coming off and getting broken and stuff. If you got a lug nut on a spoke wheel or bud wheel, if it's that loose, you could turn it by hand. That wheel's probably gone already before you even checked it.
I tell you, I get into a DOT check. I'm the biggest dumbass you ever seen in your life. If they ask me a question, I just look at them and say, I have no clue. I said, but I bet you're going to tell me, aren't you? I just humor, and I don't get a ticket or anything because I'm just stupid to it all. I know nothing. I'm not going to volunteer anything. You're better off.
Hey, Mater, is Brandon going live tonight?
Oh
Yeah.
Oh shoot, we got to shut this thing down because he's gonna be coming up.
You're gonna be on about 10 minutes.
A while ago.
Yo,
I seen him today in mix thing, and I asked him that question. You going live tonight? Then all of a sudden they started a giveaway with a number, and that chat started flying. I mean, 100 miles an hour, and he had it on slow chat.
yeah,
He only had 170 people in there when I first got in there.
yeah, but he's got over 10,000 subscribers now.
Yeah, but he had that big 10,000, giveaway. That hey, you got giveaway in your title?
Oh
Man,
yeah,
you see people over there that you never heard of from India and the Philippines, and
I got
I know
all kinds
Brandon,
of people on today.
Right. Well, Brandon, he went live earlier. He was having problems with that mower where it wouldn't shut off,
uh-huh.
and it's like one cylinder. When you turn the ignition switch off, one cylinder would die, the other one still run. But he said the only way it would die if he choked it. Well, I was mentioning, well, it could be the fact that coil has a bad ground and everything in it, and that's why it's not going to shut off.
It might be, but if it was a Briggs, I think I saw that video you're talking about. I saw the title.
Right.
If you got one of the diodes blown,
it wasn't a diode. But he did swap the coils.
Oh, he did?
Adam and I had both mentioned it, swapped the coils and everything around. He wound up doing that, and now the cylinder that died before, it wound up staying running. So it was a bad coil. The coil itself, whenever it had the for ground and everything, it wasn't grounding out to kill it.
Yeah, because everybody kept telling him, "Oh, he's got a bad diode there."
Yeah, well,
if the coilers, if those have a bad diode, if that model has the diodes in it, some don't on those coilers.
Right.
But on a Briggs, if you got a bad diode, they won't shut off.
Right. Well, it wasn't. He said there were no diodes in it. But yeah, so he, after determining everything, after he did swap the coils around and everything, he did, it was determined that, yeah, he had a coil that was bad, or it just wasn't on the ground out.
Okay.
So he's going to tell the customer and everything that, you need, 2 new coils because that's going to be the best thing.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Always match your Paramo.
Right.
Best idea, Paramo.
All right,
Yeah,
everybody.
that's what he's going to do.
Well,
You
it's
don't
been
have
fun.
to, but if they old, yeah.
Yep. Everybody, we're gonna shut this thing down. Brandon's gonna be going live here in about 5 minutes. So everybody,
I'm glad y'all got to saw me again.
we'll see.
Yeah.
Yep, we'll see y'all later. And take care and be safe. We'll see you all next time.
All right.
See
God
y'all.
bless. Have a good day.
And don't forget, Polar Bear Ed tomorrow night, 7 p.m. And hopefully we'll see everybody over there.
7. Oh, his time. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. 6 my time.
So I guess we won't see you in the morning, Mark.
No, I'm going tractor pulling tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, I seen that title earlier.
And hopefully I don't have another ride like that.
Yep.
But it could
All
happen.
right. Good
All
luck on that.
Yep, we'll see y'all later.
All right.
All right.
Love, peace, and crackling grease. Sweet time. Later.
Here you go.